Guys, and welcome back. Thank you guys so much for watching me. This is not a free throw show to watch. This is a quick rant, okay? So please, guys, keep it locked to all my channels. This is not the Pitch Podcast, or this is not I said free throw show to watch or Pokemon. But I'm just bringing you some news, some very sad news here. So apparently, the companies Xbox and PlayStation will be getting rid of physical media. So they're getting, which meaning, so they're getting rid of physical discs. Let me say it again. They're getting rid of physical media, meaning they're getting rid of physical discs as well. So let me just read you this headline here. Sony announced on the official PlayStation blog that it will permanently discontinue physical disc production for all new physical games starting January 2028. Because the upcoming PlayStation 6 will launch around this era, the console is expected to move forward without a traditional built in physical disc format for new software releases. Meaning, the company is not going to release any more physical games. That's why I'm going to go back and get a PlayStation 3 right now. Because you can go back and play PlayStation 1 games, original PlayStation 1 games, all the way up to your PlayStation 3. You cannot do that on the PlayStation 4. You cannot play PlayStation 1 games on your PlayStation 5. And you cannot play PlayStation 1 games with these new rules on your PlayStation 6. So I'm gonna go pick up a PlayStation 3 right now, guys. This is crazy. I cannot believe they're getting rid of physical media. But you wanna know what? The only company not to do this is Nintendo. Nintendo is not getting rid of physical media. So I believe they have cartridges within the Nintendo Switch too. So they're using cartridges and they do not plan on getting rid of their physical media. You cannot get rid of physical media, guys. That is part of the fun and enjoyment that gamers have in collecting it. So right now I say if you have the OG Xboxes or PlayStations with physical media, keep them. They're huge. They're going to be huge investments down the line because this is crazy. They cannot get rid of physical games. It's unbelievable. Okay? And I believe they're coming out with this new feature on Nintendo where I think they should come out with a new Nintendo 64. However, it has like classic games but updated remastered classic games. So you would have like obviously GoldenEye and Super Smash Brothers, but updated. There's online versions, but it still comes in cartridges, like physical cartridges. So the new Nintendo 64 will be you can still play 4K games and everything, and you'd be able to play your classic games, and there would be new versions of your classic games that are updated that have online versions of them that still come in cartridges. So like maybe so I'm thinking like Super Smash Brothers or Pokemon Stadium or GoldenEye would be online, but it would still come in a cartridge. You see where I'm going with that? So that would sort of be my idea for that. But it's physical media. You're still keeping the physical media, which is crazy. As I brought up with the Sony PlayStation, you cannot. The PlayStation 3 is the only console with backwards compatibility, so we can go back and play your PlayStation 1 games only all the way up until your PlayStation 3. Again, the PlayStation 4, 5, and 6 does not have this feature. On the Xbox Series S, the console I currently have now, does not have this feature. Okay? Grand Theft Auto 6, this is my problem. This is why I'm worried for Grand Theft Auto 6. You know this is a big cash grab. With all this virtual currency and all these things going on, Grand Theft Auto 6 will not come out in physical form. It will not have a physical disc form. You will only be able to get Grand Theft Auto 6 through a virtual code, I believe. So it will come in a cartridge. It will come in a case. It'll come in a case, but it will not have a disc inside of it. Instead, it will have a code, like a digital code, which is crazy. Remember back in the day on the play? Who remembers a PSP? Back in the day, Vice City on the PSP was crazy. It was amazing. Vice City where you could play with your friends and everything. You go around and play with your friends. It was so amazing. How you tell me to get rid of physical media? That's nuts. That's unbelievable, guys. So again, and I'm also going to talk about backwards compatibility. On the Xbox, you can't even do that too. I believe the Xbox 360, the Xbox 360 is the only console where you could play your OG Xbox games on them. I think that's the only console. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's the only thing you can go back and play your OG Xbox games. It's the 360. Xbox One doesn't have that feature. You can play 360 games on your Xbox One, but you're not gonna play your OG Xbox games on your Xbox One. On your Xbox Series X, you cannot go back. The backwards compatibility is a joke on the Xbox Series X. On the Xbox Helix, which should be a next generation console, you're telling me still does not have backwards compatibility? You cannot put your OG Xbox games, Halo or whatever, you can't put your OG Halo in the Helix? Why are you unable to put your OG Combat Evolved or whatever in the Xbox Helix? It doesn't make any sense. So Nintendo's the only company not to do this, guys. So I'm either gonna switch to Nintendo, and I'm gonna stream that way. Please follow me on Twitch, guys. I'm playing on there all the time. Follow me on Twitch, please. I'm gaming all the time. Right now, I only have an Xbox Series S, but I'm gonna get a PlayStation 3. I'm about to get all the Uncharted's right now. I'm about to get all the God of Wars right now on the PlayStation 3. I'm about to get all the Dragon Ball Z Budokais and all the Sly Cooper games, and because, right, guys, like, this is nuts. How are you telling me they're getting rid of physical media? It doesn't make any sense. This is a rant, guys. This is my rant. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. And to go into the future, which is crazy. You want to know what my nightmare is, guys? What my nightmare is they're going to be so futuristic to where Microsoft and Sony, you're going to have to download the PlayStation app on your smart TV. So they're going to get rid of consoles, is my fear. You're going to have to download the PlayStation app on your smart TV, and there you go. That's how you play your PlayStation. You have to download the Xbox app on your smart TV, and that's how you play your Xbox, through an app on your smart TV, which is crazy. So they're going to get rid of the console. Like, do you see that direction? Can you imagine having to download an Xbox app that costs like $450 for whoever knows how long? So the Xbox app costs $450, costs $600, probably $800, and you have to buy the games and subscriptions online. The Xbox app, and they get rid of consoles. Download the app instead of getting the console. Watch. Which is a terrible pitch, guys. But that's what, because of money and these cash grabs. And look at Grand Theft Auto 6. Like, guys, I think I might stick to GTA 5, for real. I think I might stick to GTA 5 for real, because, guys, if you're getting the new Grand Theft Auto 6, that file is going to be huge. You're going to have to get you're probably going to have to get the Helix for that. Or you're going to have to clear up a ton of space for the Grand Theft Auto 6. Because I know on my Series S won't be able to take that. It's going to be, I already have Grand Theft Auto 5. So, you know what I mean? So anyway, guys, that's the gaming news, guys. Unfortunately, so that's all I want to come at you with, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.